Look here, nigga. Tell the bitch it's wingworms. It ain't her biz. I'll be there in a minute, and she gonna make me smack the cold shit out of her.
Now you stupid man. I told you €5. 5 fucking euros. And if I say pounds, I don't give a fuck on how much you weigh.
What's up, everybody? This is your brother from Pimpin' in the Basement. I'm here today in Pittsburgh. We're gonna see this brother. He done traveled a long way to give us some of his bitches, and a brother by the name of Fish and Chips. You see what I'm saying? He's from the other side of the pond. That's yours for you ignorant niggas who don't know nothing and shit. But anyway, we about to step into this brother's house. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna tell us about how he hold his hoes down, how he do his things and shit. So let's get that going. And once again, it's Pimp in the Basement Outside Edition. What's up there, everybody? You know, you back to Pimpin' in the Basement. I'm here with my man, Fish and Chips and shit. You know what I mean?
And chips.
Fish and Chips, and we trying to get, excuse me, we trying to get our stuff taken care of and shit. You know what I mean? And my brother then came across from the pond to tell us about these hoes. Like, what do y'all call y'all bitches in your?
Well, in we don't tend to call them bitches.
You don't call them bitches?
Not really.
That's kind of insulting, don't you think?
Somewhat. We a little bit more on the more politically correct side.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
okay.
for instance, we might call them birds, harlots, trollops, tricks, spitty bags, scallywags, and the rest that you probably already know. God bless the Queen and all that.
Well,
but, you know.
You see, for us, it's just simple. We just call them bitches, and we don't have all those words. Would you like to, brother?
Thank you, brother.
Yes, yes. So, I see you brought an array of books with you today.
Of course I did bring an array of books just for you blogs out here and you.
And would you like...
Why?
Would you tell us a couple books and the meaning of these books and why do you incorporate them in your business of pimping?
First of all, I'd like to say, goddamn, I'm stunning. And I am happy to grace your presence straight from the UK. Now, we seem to have a little problem here. You go, my brother. About you normal guys, you blogs out here who really think that you know how to pimp the game, as you say in the US, right? Well, you're doing it all wrong, mate. I'll tell you that right now. You're not putting things together the way you're supposed to be together. I see these bitches running around, smacking you boys up, you walking around with your pants down across your ankles. I mean, what's your respect in that?
There's no respect in that. I agree totally with you. That's why I brought you here. Because I thought the pimping game in America was headed downward. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, we end up like Mexico. Have you seen the pimps in Mexico? I wouldn't pimp my mama in Mexico.
Oh my God. I wouldn't buy a sombrero or a motherfucking tweaker off any pimp from Mexico.
Oh my God.
Because you don't know exactly what you're going to get.
You're going to get the heebie-jeebies and shit. Them bitches is carrying everything from A to Z. You know?
We got to get back into the literature. Seeing that your homeboys out here and your hood barley grogs and your gangster nap things don't want to read no more, which I understand.
Right.
It's the 21st century.
Right.
No need to do any extra stress on the brain.
Right.
It's a lot of video material out there, but you just don't know what to believe.
Right.
That's why Fish and Chips is here.
Fish and Chips.
Fish and Chips.
Across the pond. Ladies and gentlemen, we are lucky to have a man of this pimptivity in the house today and shit. You know what I'm saying? He is informed me later on tonight. We're going to let him put these books to work. We gave him a young boy from America. You know what I mean? He's going to work that boy, turn that boy into a fine pimp.
And I guarantee under my leadership and charisma, not only will he mac the hoes, he'll come down every time. No problem.
Every time.
Wives, sisters, mothers, brothers if you like that sort of thing. Not really into it, but some people can use it. Now, I brought a couple books for you to understand, because you got to get deep into the psychology of the fucking bitch. If that's what you call them out here, right?
Yeah, we call them bitches.
I'm gonna try to keep it to your lingo, so you can try to follow along. You know what I mean? Because if I start rambling on with your things from the UK, then you won't really understand what I'm saying. You know what I'd like to box, you know? So, back to what I was saying in the first place. We have the Zolar Book of Dreams.
Book of Dreams. I'm a bitch's dream, personally. You know what I mean? But
this is a man after my own attributes, because he can understand how you have to tiptoe in the back of the hose.
Tiptoes, back of the hose head and shit.
All day, all night. You want them thinking about you 24/7, right?
Look, when the bitches come to my house and they go to sleep, I put a speaker under their pillow. And I let it play constantly. He's the shit. So when they wake up, automatically they thinking, damn, my daddy is the shit. You know what I mean? But go ahead, brother. Tell me how you do your things.
They might sometimes get the runs, too. But it has the same effect.
That explains a lot. Because, you know, they don't like doing anal on the mornings that I put the speaker there and shit. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, like I said, once you get into the dreams, you have to step into, you know what I'm saying, the other step into seduction. Right?
Seduction.
Once you learn
is that anything like sucking dick?
Sometimes.
Oh, okay.
With the right out.
Oh, okay.
Depends, you know what I mean?
Right.
It can always lend up to that in the long run.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that, getting your willies up a little bit.
Getting your willies set.
Yeah, you get the peck a little wet. Everybody should like it. Then, once you have mastered the art of seduction, you step up to the 48 laws of power. Now this is where you build your real foundation.
Right.
This is where you build your capital, your oasis, so to speak. So you have a plethora of running houses.
A plethora of running. I ain't even heard a nigga ever talk like that before. Use words like plethora.
God was Queen, because she gave us this vocabulary, and she was the first person that ever lived on the planet. That's how we look at it in Britain.
Oh, you do, huh?
Something like that. Something like that.
Well, anyway, brother, we're gonna go out here tonight. We got some young scallywazies.
Scallywags.
Some young. What word would you call the what are y'all going after tonight?
Well, I put it to you like this. They call me fish and chips for one or maybe two reasons.
Right.
I deal with the women because the snap usually smells like fish. And the dough. That's the chips that I make. Anything else is pretty much no need for all the extra stuff. When I spit to them, as you can see, I have a mouth of gold. They come right over like it was nothing.
Right. That's big pimping right there, fish and chips.
Fish and chips in the house. Show you how we do it.
Right. Let us go out here. We're going to take a look at Fish and Chips and his new protege. What is your protege's name, brother? Or has he even earned himself a name yet?
Not quite earned himself a name. I just call him Squire for now.
Squire for now. Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, you come back with us. You know, it's Pimping in the Basement with Fish and Chips.
Fish and chips.
And chips, baby. And we're going to show y'all how to get these bitches.
These are guaranteed to work.
Guaranteed.
Money
80%
back.
of the time, they work 60% of the time.
You have to be a complete moron for it not to work. You follow my instruction, I guarantee you will be a pimp before you know it. First, we'll start off with the player mode. You might have seen how to be a player. Well, I really teach you how to be a player. And then you'll move up into the Mac level. And once you get to the Mac level, you're really rolling in, baby. And then once you get to the Clock Team Pimp status, you'll have a little bit dawn in your own one, I tell you that right now.
I don't know what he just said, but I know it's pimping. So come back and we'll get busy.
Right.
On Pimping in the Basement.
See you in a minute, kids. Well, let me put it to you like this. Now, when it comes to the pimp game, one wants to get somewhat of a squire, you know, someone underneath his belt, to make sure that he passes down the legacy. In fact, here comes one of my main blokes right now, you know what I mean? Now, I'm going to show you the true pimping game on how it's pretty illustrated. Oh, yeah. Now, see this character right here? This is what you call P-Daddy Smooth. Notice the hair, the style, the walk. How you doing? Squire, how you doing, my man?
You looking super fly.
Well, of course, you know what I'm saying? I like to pass it down. I like to pass it not correct. Now, notice how he's rocking the snakeskin attire.